Hey guys, it's Young Wealth. Now, I have to make a quick video about XLM just to make you aware that majority of you clicked on this video because you most likely 9 times out of 10 hold XLM. Now, if you're watching videos on a small channel like mine's, it shows that you have higher interest than the average person when it comes to XLM. So just with that judgment, I'm gonna assume you own over 5,000. Okay, now when we go on the price point of XLM today, 5,000 XLM costs you about 1.6k, okay, $1,600, okay. Now you might think that's insignificant because of the time scale we are in, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna go on the XLM Richlist and I'm gonna break down why 5,000 is far from insignificant, right? Because if we just go over here and we type in XLM holder amount, guys, we can see over here, right, that there are more than 7.5 million Stellar accounts, okay, which use XLM to pay transaction fees and meet minimum requirements. So if we go back to the rich list over here, right, we have to understand that the top 100 holders, right, hold 37% of the supply, right? So let's just cross out, because we're most likely not in the top 100 holders. If you are, congratulations to you. So we know the circulating supply is around 30 billion. So 37% of the supply leaves us with 18 billion tokens left, which when you put into perspective how many peer-to-peer transactions are being taken place a day, it's a very scarce commodity. It's a very scarce asset. And why do I say that? Because the top 100 holders hold majority of the balance. So you might not see it now, but this last pump was this indicator that majority of people are priced out from holding 1,000. Majority of people are priced out from holding 5,000. So why do I say they're priced out? Because we have to look at the average person. The average person is in debt. The average person don't have over 500 emergency spending money in America. That's just the truth. So even if they spend their last emergency money on XLM, it leaves them with 1.5k, which in the grand scheme of things, that's going to take a lot of time to have any significant gain, because even just at $5, it's less than 10k, which is still a great trade, because that's like a 10x, bit over a 10x. But for the people that have been locked in and there was creating entry points at these prices, and you've managed to secure over 5,000 XLM, the reason I say people are going to be priced out is because when we look at the legislation, we have confirmed that Donald Trump's man for crypto, Eliezer Sachs, he has spoken and said that regulation should take place and ramp up in these next 6 months. So what does regulation actually mean for crypto? It means that we are being taken seriously as an actual asset, no longer going to be speculative. And once XLM is no longer speculative, this what happens. Okay? How much money is P2P daily Swift? As you can see, according to the recent data, Swift processes nearly 50 million payments messages, which translates to a substantial amount of money transferred daily. Although the exact dollar figure is not readily available, as it depends on the average transaction size fluctuation. However, estimates Swift facilitates around $150 trillion in payments annually. So we just need a fraction of what Swift is doing, because they are doing a terrible job. Swift, you have to understand that you are at least losing 3% of the transactions to fees. We cannot, I'm not even going to say 10%, I'm 25%. I would say on the reasonable side, 15%, okay? That is the $22 trillion amount annually. Now, let me be more conservative and say we just take 50%, which is, in the grand scheme of things, that's around 17% of what Swift does annually, okay? So that alone is still 45 trillion. Now, does that mean the market cap will be 45 trillion? No, but I'm saying in terms of the use case XLM has, it can deal with trillions of dollars. It's built for this technology. It's not built to be under $5, because we've seen videos where people break down why XRP needs to be at $100 to work properly, but no one's really broken down a video on why XLM needs to be at those prices also, in terms of, like, I want to say $20 to $50 to work at its full potential and functionality. So an XLM at around, let's just be fair and say $20 with a $30 billion market cap is only a $600 billion market cap. Okay, so just knowing that, just knowing the circling supply times 20 equals a $600 billion market cap, that's still very achievable. And why do I say that? Because it cannot work to its full functionality at pennies. Because I'm going to break down why it needs to be higher. Because the higher the prices, let me give you an example. $20, right? Let's say people are using XLM. Peer-to-peer personal transactions, right? Personal cross-border payments or whatever they're doing with it, right? If it goes from $20 to $19.50, it's not really affecting the transaction for majority of people. But if it goes from 32 cents to, let's say, 25 cents, it cannot function at its best. It cannot function. So you have heard people talking about the flip being switched, or the switch being flipped, and you don't believe it. You think it's a gimmick. You think we are lying. But if you look at the CBDC map or tracker, all the countries are focused on a digital currency. Now, does this mean, because you heard Donald Trump say he's banning the term CBDC, which is not true. He's banned the term CBDC, but the digital dollar will continue to be in development with or without Trump's opinion, okay? Trump's legislation. I'm not trying to look down on Trump or overlook it, but what I'm saying is this thing we see here, as we know as the United States of America, will not stop developing a digital dollar. Why? Because they want stable coins to make the US dollar the strongest currency for the next 100 years. And they cannot do that if over here we have coins in pilot, CBDCs in pilot everywhere around the world. Other currencies that create stable coins will start to compete with the dollar strength, because as we said before, the dollar is not pegged to anything right now. It's not pegged to oil, not pegged to gold, it's pegged to a printer. So you might think that Trump is against a digital dollar, but that's far from the truth, okay? He's against the CBDC term. That's really it. It's still bullish, and when it comes to XLM and the Richlist, the 100th holder, or the 200th holder? Let's go down and see. The 150th holder owns 2% of the circulating supply, which is 78,000. So the fact that if you hold over 10,000, 5,000 to 10,000, you are only 7x away from being the top 150, which controls 37% of the entire holdings. You have to be proud of yourself, and you have to tap yourself on the back that you've made it this far. We are literally on the last stretch. We are literally on the final stretch. Whether that's in a year or two, but majority of us have been waiting since 2019, okay? And we have seen development and legislation being put in place. We are now seeing countries taking crypto as an actual asset, not speculative. Once the government starts buying and planning reserves, we are no longer in the speculation zone. We are in this is real world asset zone. So just understanding that, we have a lot to be excited about, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, got something out of it. I'll be back with more content tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.